morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsy69. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to take a look at the Steyr WT. Yes, the new tank in the game. Now, the best thing about this tank is it has came in the event that you can get for free. You can get it for free. All you need is wins, or you can buy it with credits. Yes, you can complete the event for, I think, for like the very first time ever, for credits. I believe, I've been told by Wargaming, it's going to cost you 50 million credits to get this tank if you just want to complete the event straight away. But if you, I think Droodles and Asen, they've said in the game files that it's 75 million credits, but Wargaming tells me it's 50 million credits. By the time this video is released, you should know how many credits it will take. So even we're going to go by what Wargaming has told us at 50 million credits. Now, myself, I have like 300 million credits, so it's not even going to touch really my credits. For a lot of you, yeah, you're not going to have that amount of credits. Of course, you can get that down by completing it with wins and then later on using your credits to complete the rest of it. So not everyone's got 50 million credits to spare. So I do like that. I do like the event is absolutely doable for free. And it's going to cost you credits instead of gold, I believe, and I think that's pretty good. I think that is a pretty good. Now, the tank itself, it's like, it's a baby waffle, isn't it? It's a tier 7 waffle, not as good as the waffle, of course. I would say the playstyle is more like the Scorpion G, the SU 130 PM. It's not bad. The tank's not bad at all, and for a free tank, I think it's pretty good for a free tank. Now, of course, it has next to no armor whatsoever. 20 millimeters is the highest you're gonna get, and it doesn't have spool liner. So yeah, that's unfortunate. But it doesn't have spool liner, so people will hate you. DPM 2275. Nothing too good about that. There are better tank destroyers in tier 7 that has sort of upwards of 2700 DPM. This is sort of on the lower side, but it's not the worst, but it's not the best. Now, it's a 12.4 second reload. It has 3 shells and 2.5 seconds between each shell. Now, during test, this only had 2 shells, but it was not good enough at all, so Wargaming added that 3rd shell. Now, adding the 3rd shell was much needed. It hasn't made the tank OP. I do think it's definitely a balanced tank. It's nothing special. It's not OP, or it's not a bad tank. It's in the middle. You can still have fun with the tank. And it's free. That's all that matters. So the penetration 215 on your AP, on 252 on your APCR, pretty standard, to be honest. Nothing bad about the penetration. It will go through most things. If you switch to the APCR, it will go through most heavies. Average damage, you're doing 220 on your AP, 190 on your APCR, and 270 on your HE. Aim time pretty good at 2.9, and dispersion pretty decent at 0.319. It has a nice 7 degrees of gun depression, although it's doesn't feel that. It feels, sometimes it does feel you suffer with the gun depression, and you sort of have to go up ridge lines sort of sidewards to try and maximize the gun depression. And what's really nice about the tank as well is it goes 50 kilometers per hour. Now, I was actually really disappointed with Wargaming. They really pissed me off, actually, because I done a battle earlier, not this one. Where are we? This one, I managed to get an ace, and Wargaming decided to turn my my replays off. I don't know why. They was on just before this. I was recording, and I just restarted the game, and that automatically turned off. Now, that's pissed me off as a content creator. That really has annoyed me, because it just randomly turns off. I know it randomly turns off after updates and stuff, but just randomly in the middle of a freaking whilst playing, that has quite annoyed me a little bit. So we're just going to have 2 average games for you. The first one, we're in Ghost Factory. Now, of course, this is a better tank when you're up tiered, because tier 8 does have quite a lot of heavy tanks out there, even though you can penetrate them if you do switch to the APCR, but they've got bigger guns, and of course you've got no armor, and you always have to remember that. Don't just YOLO straight in, because people will go for you because you're just a juicy target. Maximize your gun and your shells. And if you see a tank, it does 200 and roughly say 200 alpha. So if there is a tank on sort of 600-700 alpha, of course go for them and try and clear them up. Excuse me. So this guy here, the SU-100M, he's kind of pushed on his own, and all our team have came this way, and this stupid ARL decides to push me, so I do miss my first shot, but we do manage to get the kill. And already within a minute, that is one tank down, and our Ox here is very, very low hit points. So I'm just going to wait for our team here, not bothered about the cap really, and we really want to push this Tiger and get our shots in on him. So we have reloaded, 1 shell, 2 shells. Are we going to get the 3rd shell? No, we're not, but we've got 1 shell left. We've got no targets really, so we're going to go for the reload. And that's what I always do when I'm driving auto loaders. If you've got no shots, then just reload. Doesn't matter if you've got 1 shell left or 2 shells left. If you've got no shots, just go for the reload, because 3 shots is better than 1 or 2, of course. So now we're going to try and get behind this Annihilator. He's a dangerous target. He's not looking at us either. And we're able to get the 1st shot there, the 2nd shot, and we're going to get the 3rd shot there, just leaving him on a 1 shot. Now, you only have 1,000 hit points. You don't have too many hit points. And of course, if you get hit by any tank, even a heavy tank, if he HEs you, that is half of your hit points gone. And of course, be careful of the smashers, be careful of the KV2s, the SU-100, the SU-152s, the Borziks, anything like that, because they will punish you, and they are able to one-shot you even without setting you on fire. So always have that protection. Because you're not going to bounce anything. You're literally not going to bounce anything at all. So when you're on a reload, always make sure you've got that cover, so you can just hide yourself and just save your hit points really. So here the Hellsing is pushing. He doesn't look at us, so he has shot his gun. So now we're just going to push, but we are going to pay the price in a moment. We're going to get all 3 shells out on him. He has now reloaded, and again, if he was to shoot HE there, he would have been able to clear us. But now he's decided to push me. We're not going to reload before him, and we're not even going to make it around this corner, and he does take us out. But we still managed to pick up a nice 2.5k damage. Nothing special, but it was still 2.5k damage. It is quite difficult to actually pick up damage in this tank, to be honest. It's because of your hit points, and if people know what they're doing and shoot you with HE, your hit points will just vanish very, very quickly. And I've had a lot of games where I've literally just done sort of 1 magazine, and that's been it. I'm literally dead. So here we're going to show you just a short. Again, nothing special, but it's a tier 8 game, and I just wanted to show you how this can hold itself in tier 8 as well. So we are pushing, and if you can see the way I'm pushing and the way I'm playing, I'm not playing front line. I'm kind of going with my heavies and going with my team, and I'm always trying to make myself not front line, always the first line option. I'm always trying to make myself sort of the second line and behind your team. I don't like camping. You can camp in this tank, of course you can camp. It's got good aim time, it's got good accuracy, so you can play it as a normal TD that just sits at the back and snipes. But I'm not really a lover of playing that kind of gameplay. I'm a very aggressive player. I like to play front line, but of course, if you do play front line in this, always make sure you have that protection with you. And here you can see that at this side of the map, there's only a Steyr WT. So I've got this right. I've got no one pushing me at the moment. I've got no one really challenging me, just this mill here. And I do have my team sort of all around this area, around the D, around the B cap. So you can see now I have reloaded, and I'm just trying to get this guy. I actually shoot his gun a few times, and he messaged him, I think at the end, saying, "You killed my gunner 3 or 4 times," which really annoyed him. So at this point, he's now running away. I do have a T-54 lightweight, I think, coming to attack me now. So now I just want to clear this guy, and again I managed to bounce. He does miss, so I am now able to take him out, and this lightweight's just going to go in for the ram. So yeah, not too great, but I just wanted to show that game because it's easy. People will ram you. I mean, I've done nothing. I've done no damage whatsoever that game. It's going to be a difficult tank to play. It is a difficult tank to play. Those of you that are not familiar with sort of light tanks with no armor, or tanks like the Waffle, the Borzik, or anything like that, you will struggle in this tank. But it's going to be a fun tank. It is still going to be a fun tank. It's free, and that's all that matters. You're able to get it for free, and or you're going to able to get it for credits. Now, those of you that have all the tier 10s and you've got nothing to grind for, your credits have probably been building up. Those of you that have sort of been playing the game for a few years, will have sort of 100 million, 200 million, and I've got sort of 300 million. So it's not really, I haven't really got time to play the event. So this kind of event is absolutely perfect for me, where I don't have to use my gold. I can just use my credits. I've got 300 million credits, and they're going to, like, there's no reason I'm not using them. When a new line comes out, I'm going to use probably what, 30, 40 million credits, not even that, to get the whole line. And then that's it. I'm going to build up credits again until the new line. So yeah, I'm finally, the tank is coming. There is a tank coming in, or an event coming for credits, that we're able to put them credits to good use. Now, and that's about it. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you, if you don't have the credits, I hope you do manage to get the tank for cheap, and you don't have to spend too much credits, because I do know that most of you out there will not have 50 million credits to spare. So for you guys, it will probably seem a lot, but in overall, I think 50 million is a fair price for an event tank. And yeah, but you can get that down, of course, by going to win battles. And of course, when you win, you're able to complete the event that way as well. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I'm meadsy69, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye bye. With